you are giving away your power. You're giving your power away to alcohol, and you're giving your power away to other people. Emotional sobriety is very, very, very much about getting your power back. And that's what I've been teaching people. That's what I teach in all of my programs. What I teach in all of my free content is sobriety is 10% not drinking and 90% emotional sobriety. Emotional sobriety is skill-based. It's skills. It's not, I mean, it is a state of mind, but it's specific skills that we need to learn in order to not drink. And it's these skills are not about staying away from alcohol. Those are certainly, like, we need those in very early sobriety, the first 90 days. But these skills are life skills. They're basically life skills. And dealing with difficult people it's an essential life skill, right? I see this all the time. People struggle with just like kind of mundane interactions, like with people pleasing, with not being able to say no, with caring too much about what other people think about them, with just not being able to deal with people. It's a basic life skill. And once you learn how to have these basic life skills, everything is going to go so much smoother. It's not just it keeps you sober, it just makes every area of your life so much easier. You know, when I got sober, everything got better because my drinking was really destructive. But I hit a wall fairly early on. Like, you know, for about a year and a half, everything, you know, it got better. My life was not chaotic. I had more money. I was getting better sleep. I was more responsible. So everything got better. And then I just hit this wall where it felt like I was going backwards. I didn't want to drink, but life felt really, really hard and very uncomfortable. And if that's you, please put a comment below and let me know, because I know exactly what that struggle is. And that's when I began to realize I just didn't have the life skills to navigate life. And that's what I call emotional sobriety. That's what emotional sobriety is. It's life skills to navigate life. And you can learn them anytime. So I want to talk about how we are giving our power away. The whole theme of all these videos is dealing with difficult people. And here is the biggest mistake that people make. We believe for me to be okay, someone else needs to change. My partner needs to change. If they didn't do these things, I wouldn't feel abandoned, hurt, upset, etc. Or maybe someone has caused you harm, or something has happened, and you're waiting for someone to admit they're wrong and to say they're sorry, or to own their stuff. I hear that a lot. Well, good luck with that. You're going to be waiting forever. Sure, people can change. I wouldn't do this work if I didn't believe people could change. Sure, sometimes people can realize the error of their ways and make an apology. But I'm going to tell you, 9 times out of 10, unlikely. So if you are stuck in that belief, right, I can't see that person, or I can't do that, or I always have this feeling because they haven't owned it or said they're sorry, you are condemning yourself to feel terrible indefinitely. I need to have the power to feel okay now. And please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like, you know, just ignore terrible or difficult things. What I'm talking about is having appropriate emotional responses to events. You know, if something really sad happens, I'm going to be sad. That's an appropriate emotional response to that event, whatever it is. But eventually we want these emotions to travel through us so we can kind of get restored to this place where we just feel okay, because we are taking our power back by choosing our response to people and to events. That's where this lies. Like, that's where you get your power, in choosing your response. You know, so like I talked about in the previous video, when we are in this child ego state, children are powerless. They are powerless. I mean, they have some degree, but you don't have power when you're a child, and you feel that. There's always people in charge of you, responsible for you, telling you what to do. So when we fall into a child ego state, we will naturally feel powerless in our relating and in our dealings with people. I mean, what do you do with that? So you can't wait on somebody else to admit that they're wrong or to say they're sorry for you to be released from that those feelings that are there between you and that person. I need to be an adult and I need to have an appropriate response. So I might be sad for a while, but eventually I want to be in a place where I'm okay. See, the thing is, your alcohol use is often your response. When I say we are choosing our response, when we are drinking too much, it's often as a response to what someone else has done or to something that has happened. That's the response that we're choosing. Even though we may be telling ourselves a story that it's not our fault and we need to have a drink or whatever, we are choosing our response. And that's the bit we've got to change. So the question is, how long do you want to feel miserable for? How long do you want to feel like this? None of this is about accepting bad behavior or accepting what's unacceptable, because we're going to have boundaries, and I'm going to be talking about that in the next video, specifically how to have boundaries, because it's such a core emotional sobriety skill. I start all of my clients in any program that you join with me. It's like foundational. We have to learn how to have boundaries. Boundaries keep the good in and the bad out. And with boundaries, it's like we can release that kind of thing that ties us to the difficult person, right? Where we want to get to is everybody's just getting on with their day. I have no control over them, what they're going to do, what they're going to say. Everybody's getting on with their day. I want to get on with my day. I'm sure you do as well. And the only way I can get on with my day is if I stay in an adult ego state and I choose my response to the multiple things that are going to happen each and every day. That's all I can do. That's all you can do. That's all I can do. But it's actually a huge thing. It's transformational. It will change your life and it will keep you sober. So if you're ready to get your power back and get control of your life and your drinking, then come join us in the Soberful Mastermind. The details will be below. Because the Soberful Mastermind is where I teach the skills of being emotionally sober. Let's go to the next video on boundaries.